Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hello. Feeding time at the zoo. Got 8 lambs fighting over one teat, so we probably need to put another teat on. That's alright. Alright, lambs fed here. We'll go and start our lambing beat. Alistair Bird's got her bushbuck Canterbury Tuesday on. How's that going this morning?
Bloody brilliant.
Very good, very good. And just going through this paddock, lots and lots of lambs. It's a case of trying to not mismother anything, making sure they're all paired up. Yeah, we're looking pretty good in here. Oh, there's 2 under the hedge over here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're older ones.
Oh, 2 new ones just there.
Yeah.
One big one.
Come on, out of the way, we need to get to the gate.
Is that a dead lamb over there? Oh no, poke the head up. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, you stay there with your new lambs, Mum. I'll get some more over here behind the beehives.
Oh, good girl.
Good spot.
Don't run away.
Nice and quietly.
Picked it up with shitloads.
Yeah. What's going on over here?
Kiwis.
Just opening the gate for these heifers, first, second calving heifers, to go onto their new break in here. So they've got another, what, 4 days in that lambing paddock, and then they'll go off to their own designated calving area. Nearly time, girls. Nearly time.
Oh yeah. Afternoon, people. I was left with instructions of, if I leave the video camera, do you reckon you could take some footage? So Alistair, we did the first lambing beat this morning, and sent him off on a plane up to see family for a couple of days, and Millie and I are just here checking the dreaded 2-tooth. Are they twins or singles in here? They're twins. 2-tooth twins on the hill, but where we've had lots of trouble with bearings, but I'm pleased to say they are looking happy, relaxed, and at this moment, no bearings. And quite a few live lambs on the ground. So I think from this vantage point up here, I might just leave them because they look happy. They're all down there in the birthing valley. Lots of them sunbathing. Lots of the mums are chewing their cud. Front legs sticking out. Usually means they're relaxed. But we will drive around the side a little bit. I just don't want to go smack bang through and have them all rummaged up. And I can't see from here, but there's a few come down, lambing down here. Beautiful, beautiful spring day. Right, down we go.
So Dad has gone to, I think it's Fielding, for one of his family's birthdays. So he's not here, and we are going to do a little bit of filming here. So this is the afternoon lambing beat, and this paddock is alright. Yeah, we're only on the second paddock, so.
Saturday morning. Alistair's up north with his family. We are doing a slightly later lambing beat because a storm was going through around between 6 and 8 this morning, and as we've talked about on the channel before, or some people have commented, sometimes it's better to leave them. When we were first at the start of the lambing beat, we went out anyway because there were cast ewes and we could fix that, whereas now we're we're at the point where there's lambing and you can do more harm than good by checking in the middle of a storm. So yeah, we're off to do the rounds.
There's a cast view here, so Mum's going to flip it over.
Across there so the sheep can get under it, but the cattle can graze the very fast growing pasture down.
Well, this paddock's all good except one cast ewe here.
Those forks on about. Alright, love. Okay, see her. Oh, just in time. Hey? Yeah, do a big fart. See if I can hold you a bit.
She's humongous.
Oh, she is, and that's... Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. I feel like this might be a bit boring. Same stuff, but yep, there was a couple of perhaps mismothered lambs, but they should come right because yeah, they were all old enough to match back up with Mum. Definitely made the right call this morning not to go out in the middle of the storm because they've all been parked up in a spot and just soaking up the sun, and the mums have wandered off to get some food and come back, whereas in the middle of the storm it would have just, everyone would have got mismothered. And when we talk about mismothering, I think I mean, it doesn't sound that bad, you know. Does it matter if they get confused? Well, yeah, because as soon as they latch on to another one, they quite often then realise it's not theirs, and then they're well away from their own mum, and then the lamb just starves. So you end up picking up starved lambs that you've got through the birth and onto the ground and everything, and then it's just because you drove into a paddock. So that's not fun. But the sun is out now. Hard to believe how bad the weather was. This camera's not great, is it? Just watching this girl over here. She's standing around a lamb she's in a clump of grass like this. I didn't get close enough to see if it was alive or not, so I'm going to shift this, I'll take this fence down for the coos. For our Scottish friends, there's the coos. None of these girls have dropped any yet, which is great. I'd rather they do that when Alistair's back. Beautiful girls. If I've got it right, I think these are the ones that were successfully mated by our Angus bulls, no issues, and great scanning rate, and they just, yeah, first and second calvers, and they just ticking along nicely. Beautiful patch of grass. Let's see, a break from yesterday. Happy as, skipping around. But to check that this is, oh, good man, Alistair, you've hooked it up already. Grand. You can go round, girls. Yeah, go down. You're not that hungry, are you? Hey. Okay, so we'll load these standards up, and where are we at next? Couple more sheep paddocks to check. Thank goodness cows don't get cast very easily when they're calving. Don't think I'm about to turn them over. Such different animals. Incredibly different animals in every way. What are you doing? You seem to get, you care about it. Yeah. Do you not have enough milk? Oh, my love. Do you want me to take her? I'll feed her. Okay. You look like you've got milk. Yeah. Alright, love. I've got her. Thanks. Do my best. Promise. Promise. You have been fed, love, and you've been licked. It tells me something's not right, hey? You have. You've done a great job, Mama. You have. I know. Just really weak. What's happening there? You've definitely fed her. Or him. Him. You have. And you've snuggled him down. You've licked him. But have you walked? Yeah. Maybe not. But something's not quite right there. Cold. That's I reckon a bit of, well, I don't know actually. Yeah, I know, love. I know. Look, he's real wobbly. Real, okay. Can't stand. I know, it's not your fault. You've tried. Love you. Love you too, buddy. You're not actually physically cold on your whole body, but oh, she knows we've got him. What you do is you feel around their mouth and nose, and that's cold, which is, you know, the internal thing. And actually, oh, that's not good. There's a thing called watery mouth disease, which I don't know if that's a slang or what, but it's sort of euthanasia-able, because it's also very catchy. You don't want that in the shed. But me being me, I have got some antibiotics. It's obviously a colostrum in its tummy, so I will separate it from the rest of them and do our best and put it out of its misery if it is in pain. Wish us luck. I think your mum knew. Hey? Oh, this weather, eh? There are at least 2 new sets of twins. This is our afternoon round in one of these paddocks that originally had the casts. One of the ones that had the cast due this morning, and there are 2 more cast now. This weather is very changeable. Beautiful, sunny, and then it just comes over the hills like. So we're doing a quick round so they can all get settled in before this weather comes, and glad we did, because there are 2 girls that need rolling back over. This little guy was crying on my first round this morning in the triplets, and his mum just can't quite handle 3 of them, so I said in the afternoon one, if he was still in the same spot and still crying relentlessly, then I would pick him up. So I did. Yeah, not sure if his siblings are actually going to go that well, but yeah, we'll see. It's come over cold and yucky again, so I'm leaving everything to find its spot now. Yeah, the 2 that we thought were cast, one was just lying down absolutely fast asleep, and the other one was in the middle of birthing, and she was fine. She popped them out herself, so that was awesome. Time to, I don't know, give this one colostrum, maybe some electrolytes, make sure they're all feeding, and then make our dinner. I'll make myself coffee and show you guys, you may not have seen, or you may have, electrolytes. We've got these ones. They use them in dairy calves as well, so it's electrolytes, and I think there's some sugars and things in there as well. The main thing about them I've found is you gotta be really careful if you give them to a lamb who is really, really cold, doesn't have any energy, is kind of on death's door. And if you give this, but no sustenance, so colostrum, milk, whatever, within sort of an hour, you actually speed up the death of it. So on this it says not to mix milk and electrolytes, but I've always done it and always do it, so take that with a grain of salt, excuse the pun. We'll give this wee guy some colostrum and some electrolytes. What they do, they just rehydrate them and give them that boost of energy, but like I say, they use up the energy really quick, so they have to then have something to some energy from another source to be able to have that more sustained outcome. But yeah, I think this wee guy's a good candidate because I've seen him in the morning. I've seen that he is just really weak from no food, and he didn't have any signs of an illness like the one earlier, which I'm not going to comment on. It seems expensive when you buy it, but it's really not that bad because you just use a couple of teaspoons and some water and mix it all up, and yeah, away you go. I'll give it through a bottle. I think it'll be just the ticket for that wee guy and a heat lamp. Just reading the instructions there, and it says that you can actually mix it with milk, so I'm glad I was doing the right thing. We got some colostrum. Better way to do it is to either milk the ewe of her colostrum if you've caught the ewe, but in my case I didn't, and this is a powder that you make up, and it is horrendously expensive. Another better option is to, if you're like us and have a lot of dairy farming friends around you, it is this, I believe this powder stuff is just cow's colostrum anyway. But yes, we sometimes get some colostrum and freeze it in small, really tiny amounts. They don't need much, but it makes a big difference to their immune system if you get it into them within the first 24 hours. So making quite the wee concoction here, and you can start to see why the assessment of the lambs is really critical, so that you don't waste your energy and time and resources on a lamb who is just going to, no matter what you do, is still going to die. Harsh as it is, but I've decided this wee guy, from what I have observed, is worth taking the risk, and we will put those together and give him some of that. He should be under the warming lamp as we speak. Have you all had a feed today? Well, more than one, I hope. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Mwah. This is why it's so hard on the emotions, right? This is the warming lamp. This is the wee guy that has been up crying, and he put all his energy into crying, and perhaps the cold has... Oh, you know, you're right, aren't you? Good boy. Girl, what are you? A wee girl? Okay, so when they lie back with their head like that, it's not great, because that can be sort of... They can start arching their neck back, and it's a bit of a... pretty much on their deathbed. But I think you have it in you, my dear. You also have a warm mouth. I think you've got it in you to get a bit of colostrum in that belly. Oh, yeah. See, the umbilical cord is dry, so there's almost probably no point putting iodine on that. Mum has licked you, and she's just been a bit overwhelmed with all three, hasn't she? Hey? This is the colostrum and electrolytes. Important that it's warm because, well, lots of reasons. If they're trying to recover from cold, you don't want to be putting something cold in their body. But also they just don't like taking it if it's cold. especially if they're not used to feeding off a bottle. See if I can prop this somewhere. Get a lamb's eye view, maybe. Oh shush, doggies. Alright, but what do you reckon? So we are going to set you up so that everything's nice in line. Okay. Oh, look at that. So they have a reflex just like human babies do. So you put your hand over there and it sort of feels good for them, and they also can't see that it's not their mum. And then you get that little reflex going. You gently squeeze the sides of its mouth. This is for a lamb that's obviously not very responsive. And you get in there. Can you get your tongue in the right spot, buddy? How much are we gonna... Come on, girl. Good girl. And look at that. I make it look easy. Sometimes they can really sulk. Like they pull back and they really fight you. They just don't. They're not convinced. Good girl. Hey? Keep it up. We'll get this into your tummy. Your eyes are good. Sometimes when they've been out in the cold and starving a bit, their eyelids turn in, which is pretty cruel, isn't it? And that causes their eyeballs to get blisters on them. Oh, I can hear the gurgles in your tummy. Good girl. I'm glad we put some electrolytes in here too. It's probably 50 mils, me knowing that bottle. What do you think? It's not 50 mils of straight colostrum though. Proper colostrum you'd only need like a tiny bit. Tiny bit. So another thing that's helpful is to let it sit, let them process it. You know how when you're not feeling good yourself, you're like, oh, if you're nauseous or whatever, you just get a bit in your tummy, let it settle. Again, if you've got those electrolytes in there, you have to be backing it up with some substance. I'll pop you under a bit more of the lamp and go clean the machine and see how you're doing soon. Good start, buddy. Good girl. Good start. So yeah, I forgot to video the wee girl. I went and relined the newborn box with fresh wool and things like that, and just checked on a few others that I wasn't sure if they were feeding properly on the feeder. But she took the colostrum and the electrolytes as you saw, and when I left just now, she was sitting up with her head up and looking pretty promising. So hopefully in the morning I'll get to show you a healthy lamb. If not, we can always edit it out. Milk powder everywhere. It's about 5:30, so time to call it a day. It's trying to rain again. And yeah, Alice is back tomorrow, and yeah, all this stuff is that we've been showing you today. It is happening behind the scenes anyway. Just because I'm not in front of the camera doesn't mean I'm not doing all this stuff in the background. Good evening, good night.